everybody, TheAireaidLord is back. I know I usually say that for every video, but I just want to remind everyone that I'm not going to be abducted by aliens anytime soon. And I will always be here to give you gaming footage. So, what's been going on lately? That is the question that we should ask ourselves, isn't it? There's been some different stuff going on lately. I just want to mention some of the things I've been doing, and I also want to go over Sony and Nintendo's press conference, because I know I promised that I would do them, but I got caught up, and I wanted to play LA Noire and Red Faction since I started Red Faction last weekend. I will be explaining some of the things I've been doing, so this video is gonna be like a gaming update and, I don't know, Sony and Nintendo press conference. So let's begin with my gaming update so I don't get sidetracked. So, last weekend I did LA Noire and I finished it completely. It's actually my longest playthrough ever, 110 videos, so it broke the record. I think, what playthrough on my channel had more videos? I have no idea. I don't even have my computer on right now, but anyways, LA Noire is completed. All of the footage is up on YouTube. It was a great game, and I already reviewed it. My score is on YouTube, and you can watch my final video for all my thoughts on LA Noire. And then after that, I jumped into Red Faction Armageddon, which was the game I bought. I showed everyone. Right now I have 13 videos of it on YouTube. I didn't get to play it that much because I did devote some time to LA Noire. And again, you know, this is my hobby. It's not my full-time job thing like Phil does. So, and I know I mentioned Darkside Phil, but, you know, he's a friend of mine and he's kind of the reason, you know, I don't know, I wouldn't say the ultimate reason, but maybe a partial reason as to why I do, you know, commentaries. I mean, he kind of inspired me to do this just because, you know, I was like, well, why not? You know, I looked at myself, I was like, you know, I do some good commentaries, I'm pretty funny, you know, I like video games, so whatever. Just a quick side note right there. So I did some Red Faction Guerrilla, or not Red Faction Guerrilla, Red Faction Armageddon. And then, that's really it. So, holy shit. Alright, never mind. I don't even know what's going on outside, never mind. Anyways, let's see. We want to talk about the games that are coming out this week. Now, two things I'm going to be playing. Duke Nukem Forever. I think that's what it's called, at least. Duke Nukem is going to be coming out, I think, tomorrow. Right now, the date is the 13th of June. I think. Is it the 13th of June? It is the 13th of June. Let's see. Yes, the 13th of June, so tomorrow would be Duke Nukem's release. And then I heard that there's another Fallout DLC coming out called Old Blues or some crap like that. Yes, I will play the Fallout DLC, but they better make it a good one, because I'm sick and tired of these stupid game developers not making these good DLCs. If you watched my Honest Hearts DLC, the second DLC for Fallout New Vegas, you'll know that I thought it was a piece of crap. And I told everyone not to buy it. It was worthless. I mean, compared to the first DLC, it didn't hit home. It was boring. It was short. All you were doing was just walking through these freaking worthless canyons. You have all your weapons. You're freaking badass, just running through everything. At least in the first DLC, you had to run around. You had the collar on your neck, and there was gas, and you had those new weapons, and it really felt like a DLC. The second one didn't feel like a DLC. It just felt like a freaking side quest. Anyways, I don't want to get into that too much. I just want to mention that I'm going to be playing the third DLC for Fallout New Vegas. I don't know how many DLCs they're going to make. Fallout 3 had 5 DLCs. I don't really know how many DLCs New Vegas is going to have. You know, they have to, if they're going to make 5, they have to put them out quickly because Oblivion 5 comes out in November, so no one's going to be playing Vegas when Oblivion comes out. So that's an that's an obvious fact. So yeah, that would be it. Duke Nukem and the new Fallout DLC, which is called Old Blues Traveler or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but I'll be playing it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Now, since I'm still playing Red Faction, I will probably switch off between Red Faction and Duke Nukem in my downtime, and I will try my best to finish both of those games, because in about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, I'm going down to my summer house where I spend the entire summer. So, and now a dog's fucking flipping out. Excellent. Anyways. Holy shit, that is a dog. He's fucking barking like crazy out there. Anyways. Oh, yes, I will be going down to my summer house. The TV, as I've mentioned, the TV quality will be a little bit different. It won't be this HD footage that you see now, but I looked at the TV that I'm going to be bringing down, and the quality's not that bad. It is on the, you know, slightly horrible side, if you want to say it that way. It's not that good, but, you know, I'll screw around with it, maybe fix it up a little bit, and we'll go from there. I guess it really doesn't matter anyways, because I looked. The releases for July and August, there really aren't any. For some reason, all these stupid game developers released 100 games in June. Like, every week it's been a new release. You've got Red Faction, you've got Duke Nukem, and then there are all these side games. All the little small games like Green Lantern and this Alice in Wonderland game. Like, I don't play those games because they're not major releases. They're just minor games. I know Phil plays them because his channel is based around playing all of the games because that's how he makes money, and I don't do that. I play the major games, the major releases that I think that I would like and that I would enjoy. Like, I wouldn't enjoy playing some stupid Alice in Wonderland game. Let's face it. You know, I like Red Faction, it's a shooter. Duke Nukem looks freaking hilarious. I'm really anticipating that. I looked up some gameplay and it looks like a freaking hilarious game. And yeah, that would be it. Now, a couple things that I want to address. First of all, on YouTube, I've been having some problems. I've never addressed this, but I've been having some problems uploading my videos. This seems to happen, like when I was uploading LA Noire, I was uploading LA Noire footage in chunks of like 20 videos. I would save them to my computer, I would go to the folder and upload them. But the problem was, YouTube kept erroring out. Every single time I would upload the 20 videos, walk away, go do something else, and then when I come back, like 5 of the videos would have error messages, and the other like 15 would be uploaded, but I was like, what the fuck is your problem, YouTube? I uploaded 20 videos, and now the order is all messed up, so now I have to re-upload them in a different order. It's a pain in the ass. Again, you know, there were some things, like, it wasn't necessarily YouTube. I mean, it sometimes was YouTube. Their stupid server kept crashing. But sometimes it was my internet connection. And my internet isn't the best. It's okay, but I think I mentioned in February when my father came to fix it that my internet kind of sucked balls. But that's just the way it is. And the thing is, if the internet goes down for like a second and you're uploading videos, all of your videos are screwed. Like, I had 20 videos uploaded, the internet crashed, and guess what? Every single one of those videos had error messages in front of it in like a second. And I was like, are you for fucking real? Ugh. But I digress. You know, it's an annoyance. If anyone has any tips to avoid this YouTube bullshit with error messages on videos, please let me know. Because it is an annoyance. So, that's that. Now that we've gotten everything out of the way, let's go to... Oh shit. Sorry about that. The wind blew open my door. Oh, that's better. Okay. So now that we've gotten all the channel updates out of the way, let's go over the rest of E3. Now, I really shouldn't have wasted my time with Microsoft. Like, I made a 23-minute video giving my history on all of the new games that were released at E3 for Microsoft. That wasn't the right move. So, for Sony and Nintendo, I'm just going to cover the two main things that impressed me, and then I'm going to say some things about the games that I liked. So, alright, let's start with Sony. Sony, first thing they did, obviously, they apologized for the PlayStation Network crash. They're like, oh, we're going to keep giving you good service and all that nonsense, you know. It's hard for me to judge Nintendo and Sony again because I don't have their systems. I do have a Wii, I don't play it though, and I don't have a PS3. Okay, so everyone knows 360, it's my main system. So, Sony's main announcement was the PlayStation Vita for, what is it called? Vita? Vista? Vita? Something, some shit like that. It's, for all intents and purposes, it's the PlayStation Portable 2. And it looked cool, I guess, because it had like HD graphics and they had a new Uncharted game for it. And there's 2 analog sticks. The old PSP had 1. And the thing that I think is going to sell this system is that the price was reasonable. It wasn't, you know, ridiculous. Like when the original PlayStation Portable came out, the price was freaking insane. It was like $230. And guess what idiot bought that system for $230? Yeah, I did it. I bought that system for $230 because I was a freaking idiot. But, needless to say, I sold it to some guy in Mexico, and I only got $100 out of it, so at least I made $100 back. So I still lost $130, but that was Sony's major announcement. They did announce some of their exclusives, like Uncharted 3, Resistance 3. They announced Assassin's Creed Revelation, which is multi-platform, of course. That looks cool. I am a little confused as to why Assassin's Creed Revelation is following Ezio again. We've already had 2 games following Ezio. I would have liked it to star a new character, but whatever, as long as it's a good game. What else? I guess that's it for Sony. That was their main thing. You know, they talked about new online features. They had something similar to Microsoft TV, and they went over that briefly, so, you know. Same old, trying to freaking show their dumb motion controls, their dumb features, store controls, all that unique stuff that they think is going to sell $100 freaking worth of content, but in reality it's going to make them a couple of dollars. The only thing that's going to get them money is games, which we've been saying for how long? 100 freaking years. Well, not 100, but you know my point. Alright, so that's Sony. Next, Nintendo. Nintendo's big announcement was that they have a new console on the way, which is called the Wii U. And the Wii U is basically like the Nintendo Wii, only the controller. The controller is basically like this, except there's a freaking giant screen in the middle of the controller. Oh my god. Nintendo, you're trying to appeal to the hardcore gamer. You're trying to appeal to the casual gamer. And this is the way you think that you're going to get your money out of both of them? Really? I don't know. The way they were trying to sell this thing, they're like, oh, if someone wants to watch TV, you can, you know, have them watch TV and you can play your game right in front of you. And I was thinking, I'm like, dude, do you realize that people have like 5 TVs nowadays? Like, nobody cares. Back in like the freaking like 70s, when people had like 1 TV, that would have been a revolutionary piece of technology, but nowadays, nobody cares. People have multiple TVs. So if somebody wants to be playing their video game and somebody wants to be watching Sports Center, they can do both on different TVs. You don't need the Wii U where you can switch to portable gaming and then switch to console gaming on a TV. It's like, I don't want to do that. Like, and the freaking gamepad is ridiculous. Like, you got your little pad to the left, you got your little like A, B, X, Y triggers on the right, and then you got R1 and L1 on the sides, I think. This is what I think's on the pad. I don't have a picture of it, And at the press conference, I really didn't get a good view of it, but that's what I could see from the press conference. But obviously the big thing that you could see from the press conference was that there's a giant freaking screen in the middle, and they think that that's going to revolutionize the way people play. And the main thing about the screen is that you can use it like an iPad. You can like touch it and it moves, and I'm like, why? Why do you do this? Why do you copy somebody else to get a new idea and more money? Most people who want touchscreen functionality have the device. There's the iTouch, there's the iPad. Seriously, Apple has already touched upon touch interface technology. Alright, it's already in use. Just because you're putting it on a freaking video game doesn't mean you're gonna sell your games. Again, Nintendo's basically screwed. Like, in my opinion, Nintendo is screwed. And the reason I say that is because they're trying to market to their old fans, like the ones who liked Mario and Nintendo, like Zelda, Link, Fox, all those classic Nintendo characters, and it's getting pretty freaking old. Like, how many Mario games can you shell out before people say enough is enough? I mean, I guess you could argue it's the case with Call of Duty. You know, Activision just keeps throwing out Call of Duties and people keep eating them up even though it's the same generic crap over and over again. Same thing with Mario. They make it a little bit different and suddenly it's the freaking greatest game of the century for whatever reason. That's what Nintendo keeps doing with all of these games, these remakes of Zelda, remakes of Mario, remakes of Fox, Bowser, who cares? Any Nintendo character, the classics from the Nintendo 64 days, the GameCube days, they just keep shelling out this crap. And now they're trying to appeal to the hardcore gamer. And the funny thing was about their press conference, Nintendo, they showed a whole bunch of companies that were buying into this. Like, they interviewed Ubisoft, they interviewed Montreal, I think, I don't know. There were a whole bunch of companies that they interviewed. And all the companies are like, oh yeah, the Wii U, it's the greatest thing ever, and all of our games are going to have, you know, this, and it's going to revolutionize this and that. And I'm like, are you for freaking real, dude? Who paid you to say that? Seriously, did Nintendo stick you with $100 and say, oh, you have to promote the Wii U for all of the people who want to buy it? It's like, oh, you people just don't get it. You don't get it. We don't want this crazy hippity-boppity freaking technology. We want games. If I was ever to consider buying a Wii U, it would have to be if there was a smash hit game, a game that's worthwhile, that's fun, that's interactive, that you can play with friends with, something that's good. And right now, Microsoft and Sony are offering that. So why even buy a Wii or Wii U? Why buy it? It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. And that's why, in my opinion, I think Nintendo's screwed, because Nintendo put all of their, all their money in one slot. They're like, all right, we're only for the casual gamer. That's the only way we're going to make money. The Wii is getting almost all sales. It's beating Microsoft and Sony. It's getting all the casual gamers. Let's keep doing it. Ooh, but then what happens? Sony and Microsoft get jealous. They come out with Kinect and the PS Move. Suddenly, people are switching over to to the new motion control stuff, and Nintendo is lagging behind because Microsoft and Sony now have two things going for them. They have the online, and they have this Kinect where you can, I guess it's kind of stupid that you can do this motion control nonsense, and I don't think it's really going to sell the 360 as a whole, but it's going to attract new customers nonetheless. So that's that. I don't think the Wii U is really going to revolutionize jackrabbit crap. It's... And think about how it sounds. The Wii U? Like, how retarded can you get? The Wii U, really? Like, you might as well have just called it the fucking... I don't even know. If you want to think of another name for the Wii U, put it in the comments section, because I don't even know what to call it at this point. I thought I would have some sort of ultimate name to thrash at Nintendo, but I don't. Not off the top of my head, at least. Alright, so that's that. That's E3. I went over Microsoft last time, and that was briefly Sony and Nintendo. It just amazes me. Like, E3 for 2011 was better than last year, because last year was all about motion controls. It pissed me off. They showed like no games. It was the stupidest thing. This E3, they showed more games. They focused more on the games, but they're still trying to shove this motion control, new technologies, touch interface. They're still trying to shove it down our throats. It's still pissing me off. I would really appreciate it if these companies would smarten up and listen to their fans and start putting original games out. Like, where are the Jak and Daxters? Where are the Ratchet and Clanks? Where are the classic games that sold these consoles in the early 2000s, in the early 90s? No one understands anymore how to make a game. It's either, oh, let's make a remake of Call of Duty with new features and it'll attract all the noobs who don't know how to freaking play it. Or it's, alright, we spend years on a game like LA Noire and we get positive reviews, but not many people are going to buy it because it's too confusing, it takes too much time, and people don't like interactive games like that. It's so stupid how much our society is changing into this nonsense, and it's kind of, it saddens me, really, that we're turning to this simplicity of games, and we don't respect games with diversity and originality anymore, and it's really disappointing. I hope it doesn't happen, but only time will tell. So, that's it for E3. That's it for my gaming update that I made at the beginning of the video. Please continue watching. Yeah, that's it. Oh, one more thing. A couple of my subscribers were talking about being in a collaboration channel with me. I don't really know if you know who I'm talking about, but basically, two of my subscribers were asking about making this new channel where they can put gameplay, almost like a channel where we invite people to submit footage, we put their footage up, they get recognized, we get recognized, and we all get subscribers. Everyone goes home happy with a frickin' bag of candy. It sounds like a good idea, but again, I have a lot of things going on. I don't know if I'm on board for the idea, and again, I don't really know how this stuff works. I only upload videos based on what I know, based on what Phil has done in tutorials that I've watched in my spare time and know how to do on YouTube, like uploading videos. I don't really know how to make a channel where people submit videos in a box and we have to upload them. I don't know how to do that. So if my subscribers, the two people who were planning on doing this, I guess, who were hoping on doing it, I don't really know. That's my answer. Like, maybe in the summertime when I have more time and things are less hectic, I'll be able to give you a formal response, but right now, I don't really know. Right now I'm focusing on putting out new footage as much as possible and working on getting my book published and having Phil help me market it. I'm going to talk to him about it at Kineticon, and we'll come up with some sort of a deal so that I can market my book on a website and he can get all of his fans to buy it. And hopefully my book and my video gaming hobby can clash and we can get an unexpected result from the explosion, if you want to put it that way. So that's it. That's TheAireaidLord, that's E3, and that's my update. I will see you later for Red Faction and Duke Nukem, where you get to piss on walls.